marriage is very near and dear to God's heart. So your wedding is a celebration of marriage, which is something very near and dear to God and glorious to God. And so what kind of celebration in light of that ought you to have? You know, and when you think back to some weddings that you've been to, or that maybe the one you had, did it bring glory to God? Did it express the heart of God for marriage? And so think about what you do when you're planning, and not just that, but really any event that you're taking your time and energy and money and effort and all that to prep.
When we fall out of the place of honoring God with our life and everything that happens within it, we lose meaning. It's just as simple as that. And weddings are a good example of that. So here are two people getting married. They are doing something that is instituted by God, and yet we're not thinking of it as something to honor God. Like, if I'm doing this to honor God, if we're doing this to honor God, what are the things we want happening during ceremony, besides the fact that, we're celebrating? What do we want to draw attention to? You see, because sometimes we finish all those events and there's no bearing to God. Like, people don't point to God in any way. It doesn't honor God in any way. For example, you cannot tell me you're doing this to honor God, and in the end, you are in debt and you are already struggling in your marriage. Like, right from the onset, like, how godly is that? How godly is being untruthful and insincere to yourself and to everyone who's seated there? You can't really afford this, but you're putting up a show. How godly is not being true and sincere with God? He doesn't, delight in the sacrifices of fools. He wants me to be sincere and give him what I am able to give him. So when you think of it as, all right, let's assume this is my act of worship toward God for this beautiful thing called marriage that I'm going into. But I'm going to pretend that I'll be able to put up this show for God, even though I can't really. But what I will really be able to do is just gather with a few people, have some food, pray, thank God for our union, and that will be enough. No, we don't do that. We want to sometimes overdo it, but God is not delighted in that. We are being insincere. We are putting up a facade. We are not really displaying what really is. We are displaying the desires that we have, and most of those desires are not even from a godly place. Mostly. I'm not saying everyone who does it, maybe you can afford it and do all that, and that's fine. But even still, we have to question the culture.